Do 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 do. Hello everybody, hello everybody. I will get into doing... I'll get into the stream in a second. I just have to go through and figure out how to look at my stuff on Blue Sky. Oh, there it is. I'm trying this new thing where you put the link in the reply instead of like just base. I don't think it'll work, and if it does work, it does work. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, it's me. Anyway, how is everybody? How's everybody feeling? Let me just quickly check my thing, just to see how I sound. I sound great. I sound great. Cool. I sound great. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I'm feeling a bit iffy. I don't like changes in the schedule, and literally my whole week has been changes to my schedule, which is, you know, it's not made me feel great, not made me feel 100%, you know? Although I did figure out what the problem was when it came to, my game capture not working, which is great. Being able to solve problems, even if it's just one at a time, is always good. But other than that, yeah, it's been generally a bit disruptive. So I've had like, I won't go into a huge amount of detail because that's sort of what we do on the Monday streams anyway. But needless to say, it's a lot of disruptions to my schedule. A lot of last minute changes. A lot of bosses going, "Hey, I know you're doing that one thing, but do this thing instead." And it's just been just a general annoyance, you know. General annoyance. Anyway, I know I've started about 10 minutes before 6, but that was just because I wanted to make sure everything was ready and everything was working and everything. Generally, I guess we can go over what happened last time. From what I can remember out of in my brain, we saved Wutklamat. We made our way through the giant stuff. I loved the giants. We did the giant dungeon. We fought the bigger giant, and the big bad that we just learnt about was being frozen in that temple. It broke out, and it's now sort of just us going, what do we do? What do we do? We've healed a couple of the Yokul people, but the big bad's still around, and even the king at his full power couldn't take this dude on. And that was with a bunch of his allies, which I'm assuming at least a couple of them were pretty strong. So yeah, that's kind of what we'll be doing. God, I tweeted about this, but goddamn, if you've never played the Shadowrun games, they're so good. They're so good. I would so give them a try. They're simple, sort of like old style. I guess you can call them CRPGs. I don't really know what the definition of classic RPG is. But they're like a CRPG. It's really fun. The system's really fun. It's just a shame that that's all you got. That's all you got. I imagine there was some comics or books or something, but yeah, it's just a shame. I just look at Cyberpunk and I go, I like Cyberpunk, cool setting. Preferably to me, Shadowrun's like that but better for me. And the fact that Shadowrun doesn't have a game at that level, or just a rules that I can play something and act as if I'm like that, it's just a shame. It's a real shame to hear. But occasionally I go back, I say maybe once every 2 years maybe, and I play through all 3 of the games. I think there's 3 of them. There's at least 2 of them that I remember quite fondly. And so just every so often play through a couple of them, have a metric ton of a time. There's occasional like fan-made ones that I've never given a try, but I've always been interested in choosing. But every time I just go through with a new build. Like this time I'm a mage, this time I'm a blimmin' street samurai with a huge sword that just runs at the enemies. Or like I remember doing shaman's always the funnest to go because you're just buffing all your other allies that are pretty powerful on them in their own right. And then you're also just randomly summoning things when you see a summoning circle. It's always so fun. It's like, oh, there's a summoning thing here. Summon something. So, yeah, that's always so fun. You know what? I'm going to start early. I want to start early. We'll give ourselves a couple minutes after it. It's entirely possible it'll take us a couple minutes to get in. Maybe not with nine in the player queue, but it might. You never know. I swear it didn't used to say the server is currently congested. I swear it used to say the server is currently full. You know, I mean, I think this is a better word. I think it makes sense, because when I see something that says, it's currently full, I'd be like, oh god. What happened? Is it done? Oh, that looks incredible. Right, what was the last time we did? Oh, speak with the temple guard. Right, these things. Hold on a second. What's the quick way of going into my armor? It's control I. So under necklaces. Oh, I'm completely out of necklaces. Well, I guess we just get rid of stuff that we don't use anymore. That isn't being used or something. Like this. And then this. Is it better than what we've got? Heck if I know, but we're moving it to the armory chest and we're seeing if it goes on. It does. We have 2 bits actually. When did I get this cool poncho? Oh, I vastly prefer this poncho. Heck yeah. I got one of the cool ponchos from the blimmin' that everybody wears, the Pelu Pelu ponchos. I do like on a little side tangent, just so that we waste a couple minutes before we actually get into it, just so that it starts at 6. I do really like. By the way, it's 6 on my clock. I don't know what my clock might be wrong. I do like how I mentioned, hey, these giants aren't that giant, and they actually had an in-law reason for it. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but that's such a cool little thing to do. Where it's just like, yeah, there is an in-law reason behind why you look at them and you go, they're not that giant for giants. I mean, I think the two-headed two-headed lizards are generally bigger than them. But if they were all like the grand dude, like the one that has the blood of that hasn't been, like, I guess, diluted by the disease. I don't really know what you'd call it. Like, I don't think I've heard of a disease that fundamentally changes the physiology of somebody. The only thing I can think of is like the Krogans from Mass Effect. The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within. The High Luminary grants you I should have used that.
What happened?
What happened? Ooh, it's completely empty.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Oh no.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
Zulmul.
A short while ago, a claimant...
I knew it. It's fucking Bakul Jar Jar, isn't it? Ooh, I thought I didn't have this anymore. I thought this was a Heidelin exclusive. Is it Bakul?
Who enters this
It is
horror
Bakul. God, you...
a claimant.
Yeah, claimant.
And here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
Valigamanda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
Jesus, he hasn't broken the ice, right? That'd be insane.
What a good little terror.
Good.
You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
He's insane.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Kulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant.
Clever, clever.
Frozen prison
Actually, you know what I'm going to try? This is going to be not insane, but slightly different.
Clever.
Blue light?
To unmake it, it would be quite tricky.
Good. Then don't do it.
2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle
Oh,
the
so
slumber
only a
of the soul.
two-headed could do it, or somebody exactly in sync.
The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve,
Or the heads of Might and Mystic.
and the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
Ooh, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
But I already have.
But I already have.
Rise and rage, little terror.
Why would you do this? We had like a solid another like couple generations. I hope it instantly deals with you. Is that... Oh, that was his face. Nice shield. Nice shield.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Why would you do this?
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
Oh no, they are similar size.
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Yeah, good on him. Berate him.
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
That's insane. Why would you do this? Why wouldn't you stop him? I know you couldn't have done anything, but still. I don't know, actually, you made that shield. That was pretty cool.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure.
I mean, you're going to tell them that it was Bakul
There is no
Jajar, right?
telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
It is insane.
So, what's the plan?
But the plan is we hunt this thing down.
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre.
Yeah, let's go kill it.
Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler.
Exactly.
So that's that. I will stay and fight Valigarmanda.
I don't think your brother's gonna be happy with that.
This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance.
Let's see if I can get a Stinian on our side.
I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession.
No, actually we have more of a right to do
But for the
to
sake
do
of
this.
Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in
Urkopacha?
this battle.
Ukopacha? Ukopacha. Sorry, I gotta get these names right. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting this. As if you had to ask.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Also, we do this for a living.
Dear comrades, now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it.
Of course.
Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
Cool, let's go kill Vagiamunda. Vagiamunda? Vagiamunda? I think that's how you say it. Don't nod your head as well, Evanville. You're better than that. What's the brother gonna do?
What will we do? One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
That's not your stick. You're the good one. You're one of the good ones. But he's not gonna do that. There's no way Thancred would just leave. And
If you
Aranjay.
resolve to slay Valikarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
Probably to get revenge.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
You specialize in beasts. You specialize in beasts, right? That's not something I've forgotten or misremembered. I mean, we got 2 trials here.
Inform the Belu Belu of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Oh, former slaves. That is a thing that happened, right? They used to be enslaved to these guys. Where's Astinian? Where's Astinian when you need him? Come on, it's like it's a dragon-ish thing. So, Erenville, any ideas how we can track Vagalamanda? The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passing is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us discern the Sky Ruins' whereabouts far more quickly. Through a Tral Vidal of extraordinary nature, Viramanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporal energy and possesses a unique etheric balance, which means this device should come in handy. Using tech to track? But that's the second promises deal. It's Master Hand. A floating hand? Now's not the time to be playing with toys. This is no toy. It's an Aether Seeker. As the name suggests, Gleaners use it to detect the Aether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time? I can calibrate it to follow a specific Aether aspect. The problem with Vagaramanda, however, is that it shifts freely between the elements of fire, ice, and lightning. It's probably mostly in ice now, though. Well, we know that in order to awaken Vagaramanda from its icy prison, Gakul Jajar cast spells which quicken its fire aspect Aether. And the residents here were uniformly affected by burns. Therefore, its logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Vagramanda unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice is plain: fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we will not be able to input our quarry's unique Aether signature in advance, the device will respond to any living sources of fire aspect ether. So we have a reliable yet slow method of information gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner's tool. I say, why not pursue both methods at the same time? Great idea! We'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me, then, Notta, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. Very well. God, I look a lot thinner without my armor. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Sky Ruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yokul. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Vagramanda. I should like to be at close at hand should their condition worsen. Right, it sounds like we have all the work to do. I just love it. It constantly shaking as if it's like, I need to go this way. I need to go this way. Do 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 do. We should be on our way as well. Boom. Do 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 do. Right, come on, Aaronville. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the Seeker to detect fire aspect Aether, and hope to God it doesn't detect all the fire that appeared over this place specifically. Bow now. I will still say this. Where do these people live? The reason I say this is that even these houses, they don't look big enough for, at the very least, the previous generation. Right, the Seeker is ready to go. Rahul's echo is still sufficed with the Skyrune's residual aether, so I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. They thought about it. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Once you depart, Erenville will accompany you. The aether sim will... Okay, yeah, follow it. Yep. Affirmative. Tracking near its source of fire aspect ether. It's not going to be that thing, the bloodsucker. That's definitely not the thing that I can never remember the name of. The Chupaquacha? It's something like that. It's not that though. It's the Mexican mythological thing. It's that. That thing is going to get pointed out, right? Beep. Source of fire aspect aether located. Tracking disengaged. No, that's a fire elemental. Not quite the legendary creature we were after. Do you want me to kill it for no reason other than it's in my way? I see. Would you mind dealing with the fire sprite? It would continue to confuse the Seeker if we leave it be. I can't believe they're making me go and kill this thing that's done nothing wrong. Oh no, it's innately aggressive when you get close. That's enough. I think it's close to death. I hit the wrong button there. Oh, actually, this dude does hurt. Like, not enough for me to use any of my healing, but still. That wasn't weak. A necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let us try again. Affirmative. Tracking nearest source of Fire aspect ether. It's never going to be the second time. It's always the third time. It's rule of threes. This one's not going to work. Look, I've been around enough to learn about the rule of three. That's how it works. First one's a fail, second one's a fail, third one, we find something. Or it just completely fails overall and they just give up. It's one of the two. It's probably going to be this fire slug if I had to guess. Oh no, it's fire hands? No, it's one creature, never mind. Source of fire aspect aether located. Tracking disengaged. It's a big scary thing. I mean, where's its body? Is that a slightly different model, but very similar? Frightening enough, but again, not what we're looking for. If you would be so kind. Like, I think it's a different model, because I don't think its face looked like that when it was the Earth one. But I could be completely wrong. Volcanic drop is literally him just throwing something. I'll be honest, that's less impressive than I actually expected. Dead. Third time's the charm? My thanks. I'd ask if it gave you any trouble, but considering who I'm talking to. Seeker, resume tracking, and do try to point out something useful this time. Affirmative. Resuming tracking. Who thought to make the Aether tracker just a giant finger? Like, what was the logic there? Oh, there's another fire thing up there. Are they doing more than rule of three? There's no way it's not going to be that fire thing. Or it's going to be a meteorite. You know what? That makes sense. Source of fire aspect located. Tracking disengaged. Fire aspect aether. Sorry, I missed the aether part out. Boom, 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 boom. I can't get rid of this. Ah, another remnant of Vagalamander's last rampage. Rampage. The crater's fire registered to a seeker as corporal aether. It is like Eternal Flyer, so that kind of makes sense. In the words of the Turial saga, when Vagalamander rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its cold, its ice does not thaw, and its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Skyrune's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it with an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it's strange feeling to see such fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living aether. We can feed a sample into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. There, now the Seeker should ignore any etheric substance signatures but Vagalamander's. Had I realised this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey, as a gleaner and as a guide. This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely to Vagalamander's aether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Affirmative. Resuming tracking. Sample ethereal Signature detected. Engaged. Accelerated pursuit mode. Oh, interesting. So we don't have to follow him that way. Where is this? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Down the mountain we go. It's not exactly Christmas, but I do have the Christmas mount at the moment. I just like the mount. I don't even think it might be not this year's Christmas mount. You know, the other day I found out that if you're playing a game that's from like China or I think Korea, they'll never say that it's a Christmas event. They'll never do a Christmas event because they feasibly are not allowed to do a Christmas event. They have to call it like the Winter Story or something. They're not allowed to use Christmas because of weird rules that, you know, the Chinese government have. Which is very weird. Good, the Seeker was drawn directly to the Sky Ruin's fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters for its etheric aspect. I'll try increasing the threshold for etheric concentration. That should direct us to Troll Vidal itself. Recalibrating sensors. Resuming tracking. Go through the everlasting fire. You know, if it is actually everlasting fire and like eternal ice and like ever-ceasing crackling, couldn't we use that for like infinite power? Like, I know people are like, oh, don't always abuse these kinds of things or don't look for loopholes, but if it is actually fire that never goes out, you put that in a furnace, that's a furnace that never goes out. If it's actually ice that never thaws, then you've got a fridge that you don't have to like have some artificial way of freezing. If you've got lightning that never stops crackling, you've got an energy source there. Same with the fire, honestly. That you could just constantly use to power something, you know? Finding eternal, like, constant power is like, you know, an insane feat to have. Now, admittedly, ether's a thing, and you've got ether in the air, and, like, there's very few places where there isn't at least some ether. In fact, I think there's no places where there's no ether on this area. In this world, I guess, this dimension. So you can always use that. I think we'd noticed if Vagramanda was inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. Very well. So it's more with the Pelu... No, this is not a place of the Pelu Pelu. This is a completely different area I've never been into. Maybe this was locked off. Nah, I just never had any reason to come here. It's a nice place. It looks incredibly beautiful. What? Is it above us?
The trail ends here, it seems.
The trail ends here?
Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all.
It could have gone to lightning. Hasn't used that one yet.
In any case, I'm
Probably
almost
sick of
certain
ice.
the Vitral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor.
Wokolodo. Why?
We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Why are you certain that he's going there? I think he won't go ice much because he's been in ice for ages. I think he's gone fire, but if he switched from fire, he's probably gone to lightning.
was assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
You could also be doing that. I mean, I'm glad you're here, though.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Good question.
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow.
I see, so there's probably crystals of the different
colours.
colours.
Imprisonment, the Vitral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
That makes sense.
So Valley Garmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Oh, so we can get it while it's weak.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop!
What? Why is the big boy doing that? Oh no, it's him. Vorpal boy.
That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Oh no, not Vorpal, but we were good friends.
Sorry, it is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valley Yarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Yeah, that would be insane if you didn't.
Out of the question.
What? Why?
Your band is incapable of defeating Valikarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lara Door, or you are fools.
What makes you think we can't take it?
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them?
Yeah! Yeah! Second promise!
The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined,
1,
we
2,
also
3.
number
1,
7.
2, 3. I guess. If you're not counting Erenville. I guess he's not a fighter.
7 weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
We beat the bird that you got screwed over by. Ooh, first promise.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
No.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead.
A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome.
It's true. I mean, but Cool Jar Jar can't get a couple of them.
I would take the measure of his Tural withdrawal my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
It's true. Brains and brawn.
Your celebration is premature.
He's not gonna stop.
Said I would let you pass.
You don't have a chance.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
They're not our own people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chirwagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation.
Chilwood.
I'd hardly call
Can't say
them
that.
our own people.
I can't even say that word.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace.
Yeah, but their dream isn't peace.
If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
Ooh.
She saved me from the mountain bird.
Yay!
Now
Yay! I love this guy.
the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone.
I don't know what eyes and words of stone means, but I guess like devout.
We are still in her debt.
This is true.
True.
You know what? No, I'm turning this up.
Consider the debt repaid.
I don't know if that's enough.
But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
That's fair.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
That's no. He says he's not into it.
I ask your name.
It's Wooklamat.
Wooklamat, protector of peace and soon to be dawn servant.
I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. I mean, do you not want to come with us? You can still come with us. The more the merrier. I mean, I can't help but...
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
They're sort of really small, the other people. Like, I understand that's probably more realistic.
Assuming you survive, my old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Oh, that's nice.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuli Yolal becomes.
I like that. That's a good analogy.
Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Wow. Yeah, it's less of a less of a good thing there.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird.
Yeah, true. Can I have him in my group? Oh, and her and him as well. Can I have all of them? Can that be my group? Oh, that'd be so cool. I guess none of them are a healer.
I don't care how strong the Sky Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
Sure. Can you please allow me to have a group that's just the first through third promises and then me? Oh, that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. There's no way they allow that, but there's also no way that I can't do this with NPCs, right? Some of these allies' roles will differ from those you are normally able to select. Okay, let's have a look at who I can have. I can have Zawuljar! Oh, that's so good! Oh, I love that. Yeah. Who do I get? This is my whole party. I get all of them. He's a Viper, technically. That's cool. What's he? An innovator. So that's just like a mechanist, really. That's awesome! That's awesome! It's actually better than I thought. Oh, that's cool. I'm actually doing like a full raid, but with all NPCs. Tuol Vidal Vaglamanda. Oh, it's more of a trial, okay. Oh, it really is just a bird. I don't know what this means. Why just whoop on that stay? Okay, that's the circle one again. Okay. Unless they make that go really quick, I'm going to understand that. Okay, that's the big middle one. Oh no, that's a breath weapon. I like how some people are getting hit by it. Okay, and that's just a slam on the ground. Okay, so he's gone to ice now. He did wind, which I think is probably a remnant of fire? Maybe lightning. Did he have a huge machine gun in his hand then? I don't know what that is. What the heck is this? I'm gonna see if being up in the air does anything. Knew it. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have been in the air for that? Okay, okay, I understand why I was supposed to have done that. Yep, I understand that. What the heck was that? Oh, I panicked. Hey, you dingus. I fell into it, but I didn't get caught by it. Sky Ruin. Oh, they named the thing after that.
Hold still.
We need to do something before we freeze to that. Southwest. Okay, fair enough. Get me out of the boulder! Get me out of the boulder! The dinguses? I could have died there! I mean, it was my own fault, so I don't blame you. Okay, circle, so get in the middle. I think air might just be something generally it can do. Although it seems to be... Yeah, because it's not a fire one. Gonna move here. I refuse to believe the first promise ever gets any of them one. Hey, sorry, I'm not gonna be able to talk very well because I'm doing a boss at the moment. But my day's going okay. Okay, everybody move to the next one. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, and then we just sit here. I think we're good now. Yeah, my day's going okay. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to talk as much. Okay, this is the lightning one. So that's just a generic AoE. I didn't? Okay, I'll double check that after I'm done. I thought I did, but I guess I must have forgotten. Oh damn! How is the dingus there? Yeah, I'll check after I'm done. I thought I did. I'm sorry about that. Oh, it's this again. No, I understand this one. Yes, I understood this one. Wait, Hail of Feathers, is that the one where we're supposed to... No. No, I don't understand that one yet. It's saying that how funny it is that, like, my character's obviously one of the most powerful people in this world, but simultaneously is also horrendous. It's simultaneously horrendous at, like, actually doing anything. Disasters, though. Oh, that's just bringing it back to you. Okay. Okay, we're good there. Right, southeast. I really wish okay, it shows me the direction. What's this? A slowly consuming you, causing damage. Okay, so I constantly have damage over time. Having to move around while also keeping still for that. Ooh, that's kind of... I've got to be over here, right? What was the point in that? What was that going to hit? Am I misunderstanding something? Okay, this is just an AoE. Okay, they're just gonna get hit by a tank breaker. I don't know if it's called a tank breaker. I'll be honest, I'm just saying words that I think are right. It's so close to death. Oh, get into the middle. That was a very easy trial. A trial that I understood all but one of the mechanics. Which is great. I won those ones. This is what a normal one should be. There's no way we beat it, right? It was a bird that was on fire. It's probably a phoenix. Probably comes back to life. We won? We won! We didn't win. I refuse to believe that incredibly powerful thing would be beaten that easily. I think the character's also feeling that.
We did it. We slew Valiarmanda.
Valiamanda.
A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage.
That's not. I don't think we've beaten it.
For you, Papa!
I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's dead. Stop celebrating.
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father.
It was weakened.
The Fidral was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
That's true.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it?
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best.
Well, not at the moment, but his feet probably are. You fought well, though. You fought well. Not as well as I would. No, that's kidding.
I did, didn't I?
I'm kidding, I got hit more.
Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend.
I refuse to believe it. The longer this goes on.
Swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
I'm sure you will. What about you, First Promise? What's your deal?
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Prove himself the miracle. Interesting.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
This is too easy.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
Oh god, he's gonna be mind controlled. He's gonna be mind controlled. I'm convinced Zarelja has some form of like mind manipulation of some variety. Your proud expressions bespeak a successful hunt. Now, not that I'm surprised at the least. Zarul Jar came back earlier, but left almost immediately with Zarul Jar in tow. He seems disciplined to share in it. Disciplined to share in any victory celebrations? There's nothing unusual for Zarul Jar. No, it's Bakul Jar that concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he created. I still can't believe he'd do something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Varalamanda, it wouldn't only be Urupachu at risk, there would even been deaths across the continent. I'm more certain than ever that Bakul Jar can't be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. Oh, an Aether! The Yoghuls must still be anxious, wondering where and when Vakulmanda will strike. I suggest we must hurry back and allay their fears. Alpha knows as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry anymore. Oh, I could teleport. I'm teleporting. It's 100 bucks just to not have to deal with that. I'll be honest, that's fine for me. That's a cool chocobo. I've just never been really interested in chocobo. The armor they get is cool though, some of them. Before we do anything else, we should talk with Gafulu. Yes, we should.
To the temple, then?
To the temple, then?
That
yeah.
won't be necessary. Heroes of the hour.
Heroes of the hour.
Valigarmanda is no more.
Valigamanda.
Yours is a victory worthy of song. We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town, but the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
Right.
A second feat?
Yeah, because there's two here.
The feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison.
Oh, interesting. You can do that?
How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
He's just gonna give it to everyone, right?
What more would we test, Zulmurwar? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy
Which means
heirs
Bakul
to
never
Ulu
gets it.
Jalja, then no
So he's gonna have to
is.
steal it again. And he's not stealing it from the first promise, so he's probably stealing it from the second. Or was. But I think it's mostly the second.
Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the
Unless he
skill and
he could have
bravery
stolen
the
it
three of you have shown,
already.
I award you each a second keystone.
Interesting. You know, I'm looking at it now, and his face is different to the other people's faces. And I think I prefer the faces of the smaller giants, but I think they should be the size of the giant right now. Is he keeping like 12 stone tablets in here?
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Sorry, 7. I just assumed there would be 12.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that.
He will answer
and
for
for
it.
losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every
It's cool that we got to fight with the first promise.
May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
But technically, of the people here, only 2 of them would actually make tranquility and peace. He's like, nah, I don't care. The miracle is me. I must show that I am the miracle.
Was never much of a talker, our brother.
Turial is a fortress.
If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
That's true, they're being a bit ostracized at the moment.
I'll consider it if it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Oh, that's cool.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he could win it. I wouldn't mind it. Hey!
Today is a day for unusual
It's
visitors.
Vorpal Blade! Good old Vorpal.
You Woklamat.
It's
Was it
Vorpal!
not?
I love Vorpalo!
I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph.
I'm glad these guys weren't just evil, you know?
Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
We thought because it was going to kill everyone.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All same. It will haunt me if I do not repay it.
They're very honor-bound, it seems.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
To be his friend.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
That's true. Maybe he has more information.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
Yeah. And your eyes, because I don't care about these 4 random bears.
Land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people.
It's an illusion, isn't it? There's no way that's the thing.
Gods,
There's no way that is real.
never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess. A statue so tall,
We're fighting that statue down, aren't we?
even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess.
Ooh.
That's new.
Heidelin? Possibly?
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
It might be Heidelin. It's the only goddess I really know of.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
What a sad situation.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Yeah, because everyone freaking died if they went searching for it.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams. No dreamers.
Interesting.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel.
Oh, so it probably was an illusion.
After they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory.
Oh, interesting.
Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again
It's something there.
dreamed of the Golden City.
I don't know what it is, but that's actually quite interesting.
So only Yokwi in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
That is quite fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there.
Oh, we're not screwed by the disease, because we don't have all of the like antibodies.
Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt.
It's interesting, because when he was talking in his old language,
Farewell, Wook Lamat. I
He
do
talked
not
quite-
think our paths will cross again.
he talked quite eloquently. But I guess it's hard for their vocal cords to do our language, I'm guessing. So that's why it sounds like that. They'll meet again. Vorpal seemed fun. I like Vorpal. Even gave him a kind of nickname. I don't think Vorpal and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart about Turial. But that doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is proof of that. I think it's time we return to Torial. After scaling Torial's tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast to the death, even dauntless heroes like me, like you, could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next designation laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear the Forard cabins calling our name. Pardon me. Very well. Goodbye. That's a very half-heartedly wave. It's just... Wait, let me have a talk with you before I go. Watching Vorpal get caught up in Wuklamat's unstoppable wake reminds me of my younger days. Oh, were you one of the people that went with Bakul Jajar? That'd be cool. We didn't see you, but then again we didn't see you because they were doing that trial at that moment. So maybe you joined after the fact? That'd be kind of cool if that was true. I mean, normally they go for the idea that they're longer living species. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. God, I love this song. Just a casual like trumpet like jazz is so fun to listen to. Yes, I realise I could have used the crystals. Do 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 do. Rest well, everyone. We can meet here later on. Well, you mean tomorrow? It's pretty dark. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. We'll be heading to the palace, Wuklamat? Will you be heading to the palace, Wuklamat? Wuklamat, did you hear me? Lost in her own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. An attendant is standing by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. Please don't lose any more keystones, Wuklamat. Erenville, please don't be mind-controlled. I really don't want that to happen, but we left you alone with the magic boy. And now immediately you're asking us to rest, you know? It feels suspicious in my mind. Welcome back, Mistress Ferry. Your cabin is just as you left it, minus a light layer of dust. Well, I mean, surely you should have cleaned that. I mean, I don't mind. Ooh, I have a nice little chair to sit on and relax. Ooh, somebody at the door? I don't hear a knocking, I hear like wing beats. Hey, Wuklamat.
You have a moment?
Yeah, I got a moment.
There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Ooh. Is it boys?
So,
Come on, spit it out. Come on. What is it? What is it? Come on.
It's just too stuffy in here, that's what. We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air. That's what we need.
Sure. These doors, really good at opening themselves. Do, 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 do. Come on, Wooklmat. Sorry to drag you away from your nice, comfortable cabin, but I could feel the walls closing in on me. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favorite places in Torial. That should help me get my thoughts in order. We should go to the Resplendent Quarter and make our way up from there. Sure. Any more time listening to this cool jazz music, I'm all up for it. Do 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 do. I mean, this might be my ignorance in the origin of jazz. I thought it was like an American thing, but does it have like more like Mexican-y, Incan kind of like sort of vibes to it? Because that's sort of what I get from here. I guess technically like New World does sort of also mean America in the sense of what we took. This is like us taking over that. But I don't know. I don't see a lot of American influence. Maybe Native American influence, actually. I guess that's something I need to sort of realize, is that when I'm talking about American influence in a game that's set with more of like a medieval sort of stance, it's probably more Native American influence and less like, you know, actually American, like gun-toting kind of people. Do, 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 do. I've got no idea, by the way, if I'm going the right way. I'm still not 100% confident in my ability to navigate this place. Oh no, this is the Resplendent Quarter. So I've made some... I've done something correctly. Do 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 do. Do do do. I'm just gonna move through here, is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. You just have a door on one side and a complete open plan thing on the other side. Ah, that's so freaking cute. Hey, it's his sort of surrogate mother. So it's her surrogate mother. Peshwa, what are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? It's much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant with the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. When I see you that smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Oh, there's plenty more who believe in you. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think that'll help. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshwa. And thank you, Third Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. All those smiling faces. Yes, I am also here. Ah, sorry, Nutter. I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we've made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to the spot I was thinking of. Yeah, sure. Wander around, talk to a couple people. The night is so interesting here. Not a lot of light pollution. Ooh, lovely view. With all those little mini lighthouses.
This is much better.
Fair enough. My vibe would be indoors,
I
but fair
used to
enough.
come here all the time when I was little. I'd look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what I said at the top of Workor Zormor?
Yes.
That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural?
Yes, I do remember that, surprisingly.
Well, I've been thinking a lot since then.
Okay.
About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war.
Yeah, effectively. That's the pure
And
definition.
it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far.
Yeah, the Hanu Hanu. The Pelu Pelu. There's Malibu. Yeah, I forgot his name. But yeah. Oh, it's the big boys, the Yakul. Ah, there's Peshawar Army. No, sorry, Peshawar. So I keep thinking of the Chinese thing.
I
Indian
realize
thing?
nothing
Might have
gives
been
me
Indian.
greater joy than the happiness of others.
It's a great thing. If other...
Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living.
Yes.
And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
I like that. I like that. That's the sort of thing I'd expect you to say.
Really, I feel proud somehow.
Good. You should feel
It's an
proud.
answer I arrived at by trying to be true to myself. That you think I succeeded, it means a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. It's actually making me feel a bit embarrassed.
So, this is my plan.
Instantly gets hit in the back by a Bakul Jar Jar.
When I become Dawn's servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in harmony.
Yeah, don't shout. People are sleeping.
It's just like Kryl said.
Hmm?
By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be.
Yeah. You're great.
It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence.
Hmm?
I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies.
Yes. You need allies. Don't rely
If it
all on
wasn't
yourself.
for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are
Exactly.
2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me?
Of course. Of course, you're increasingly becoming a king that you need to be.
Thank the gods for that.
Yeah, you got me on your side. I'm not leaving anytime soon.
I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
That feels like you're about to get kidnapped. There's no way they do the kidnap angle twice. I'm convinced they're doing the mind control angle. Must be, right? Do they use feathers on the top of their roofs? How much feathers do they use? Is that the bed? That doesn't look comfortable. Maybe it is. There's a second bed here. Someone else could have slept in the same room as me. It would have been safer. It feels like it's implying I'm a night owl here, because I'm going to wake up tonight. Yeah, I am. We went to sleep in the morning and woke up at night. I just realised that it makes complete sense why my character loves Ishgard so much. Because I've gone for the more, like, I'm the whitish silvery skinned, or a third creature. And so I'm probably more used to being in winter environments. So it'll probably just feel better over there. Do 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 do. Buklamat is getting better at being the queen of the place. Guess it's not queen technically, but it kind of is. You look to be in good spirits. I assume your leisure time was well spent. I can't keep that up. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. Sure, Alpha now. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Do do do. Hey, wait, is Emerville sleeping in the palace? Now that we've refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Zarul Jar and Konahar have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Wuklamat would be equal with them, but for Bakul Jajar's thievery, which has left us 1 short. That conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof, and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. He couldn't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he is sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine. This I swear. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough, that is, if Bakul Jajar unleashing of Bakulomanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say that I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I will do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repast and the Lay of Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamul Jar and the Zabral in the forests of Yakul Tel, specifically near a village called Ibik Brax. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it's said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Erodia has a similar tale. The explorer Ketenram befriended a 2-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travel across Tural. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but ultimately lost at sea. At least that is the commonly held belief. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa, so the Ketenram fellow must have come from Tural. Or come to Tural. Turial. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of Yakhul architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autarch, didn't you? Then Ketenram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamook, is that a city? One of the greatest in Tural, once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamul Jar's homeland. Its too lies in Yaktel, not far from Ibit Brax. Then all things considered, Yaktel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest route of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding in one of Konoha's balloons? They can't be any worse than the ships, can they? They are worse. Wind is worse than air, if it's a wind thing. I think that's what a dirigible is, but I could be completely wrong. I'm using the Aether Shard this time. You can't fool... I don't have this Aether Shard! It's the only one I don't have! Why didn't I choose that one? I don't know. I thought we were going to get another choice, where it's like, do you want to go here or here? As much as I like giving us choice, a lot of the time that means that, it means that the stories aren't as interconnected as you'd like. And so I'm kind of glad that they didn't go that route. You can't jump that, which is fair, because I needed to get this crystal anyway. So you know what, it's probably fine. I wonder if they've ever considered having, like, not one big city, but instead having many small little cities, you know? Each of them with, like, a single aetherite. You've achieved the Arc of the Blimmin' Dawn. The next flight to Yaktel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep their hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Please put on your life jacket first, and then go to help others. Are we sure that this thing will stay in the air all the way to Yaktel? Yes, it will, Wukklamat. Unless it gets shot down. Come on. Are you ready? Bags are packed and goodbye said. There's no going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Just until this settles my nerves. Of course. You're the nicest person I've ever met, Notta. I'll try not to crush your hand. There she is. Third promise. Wait just a moment. Hey, Mablu. How are you doing? Mablu, Tobbly. Of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origins of Kryle's earring. Oh? Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Yogg-Toral as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We've tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales were attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at a market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that a charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be my grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yaktel, to where it seems you're already bound. What luck? Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather here, or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rite. Thanks, I won't let you down. I just got to board the dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yaktel? That's us. Why did we wait for the last call? We're so late. Last call isn't just, oh, I guess we should get on now. Last call is last call before we take off. I hope she wins. Yaktel will test her mettle without a doubt. The next Dawn Servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it must be. It may be. It's going to be that he stopped the hostility by just beating both of them. Oh, is this Bakul?
The fierce Shepral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel.
Oh, I got that right.
Battered by
this
meteors
cool.
in
This looks
ancient
cool.
times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature. It is easy to understand why the place is so named.
Oh, it looks so cool. There's this huge freaking tower at the top of it, though. Oh, this isn't the actual forest. Because this is still green and not blue.
It is here where the Shepral and Mamulja once battled for dominance. The
Zebral.
right of succession would reach its climax.
Wait, we're not going to the top? What's the point of the tower, then? There's obviously a place you drop off there. There's like a dock. Is there a bigger one that they use for that? Is it just a tower to find out where you are?
Are you alright?
Are you alright? I can't do that voice.
I've never been good with heights.
I just realised that Alpha knows...
Vegetation is far denser than in Cosmauca.
Alpha knows... Alpha is actually more purple.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
What is a cenote?
A cenote?
It sounds like a Italian dish.
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater.
Cenote.
Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the earth, it became susceptible to erosion.
Oh, interesting.
Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble.
Oh. Is that an
So
actual
don't
word?
Take a tumble.
It looks directly at Wuklamat.
It was one time.
Is the Shebral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
It's going to be directly in the city, in the forest.
We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get
Okay.
going.
Yeah, let's go. It doesn't seem like she's annoyed with this place, but also she's never been here. So there might be a couple people going, oh, that's the cursed child. The child that we gave to the Dawn Servant. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you keep someone in sight at all times. Ooh, I like the raining. Immediately I can't see anyone in sight. Ooh. This place is cool. I love jungles. I love nature. In games. I'm literally nature hates me out of game. I'm fundamentally built anti-nature. Oh, that thing looks beautiful. What is that? Is that like a flower bee? Is it like is that a bee flower? Oh, it's named after literally your body degrading That's not a great name. Good, everyone's accounted for. If Brax is up ahead, let us be on our way. Very well. I'm getting that crystal before I forget. I don't care if there's a huge cutscene directly in front of it. I'm getting that crystal before I forget about the crystal. Because I will forget about the crystal. I know it'll happen. It's alright, coming through, coming through. This is mine. My crystal. Oh, I interrupted it just too late. Boom. Okay, now, Alphino, what do you want to talk about? Erenville was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one of those. Well, thankfully, we've made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. Okay, what does the new weapon look like? It's not as good. Never mind. Screw that weapon. Oh, wait, no, I haven't opened the thing. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be better, isn't it? Aww. I mean, it's okay. It's not great, though. Ready to head on in? Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. Ooh? Is it this guy? The third promise and her retinue, I presume? You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of the Stars at the village centre. Everyone is waiting for you. Well, I'm sorry. Everyone? And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. And it's suddenly gotten sunny. That's a good sign. That's a good omen. I think. Oh, literally everybody's here, including Bakul. Why is he here? Yeah, he's gonna make us snarky.
We are graced by the presence of the third promise.
Well, I'm sorry.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
Haha, you had to wait.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Of course he does.
Now that we are assembled, let us begin.
I hope it's not a quiz show.
My name is Hunmuruk. As a Brash Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people.
Okay.
As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival.
Why have we decided to go to the other place? Maybe we should have.
If you would please join us.
That would have actually been a better idea. I'm sorry, I caught a wire there. I hope it didn't do anything badly. Doesn't seem like it has. Hey, Thancred. Hey, Jay. Hey, random lizard people. One of which you almost left for dead. No, you did leave for dead.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test.
I hope we don't get Bakul Jar Jar. I think we're
You
gonna.
must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
What? Is it?
You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to.
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones.
Bakul Jar Jar's just gonna
Advise you to
steal it
cooperate with your
anyway.
partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color.
I feel like whoever gets the
paired
first
accordingly.
promise wins. Because it narratively he should get the keystone. I think the teams will be third promise and Bakul Jar Jar, and first and second promise.
Forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jar Jar. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
Plus, we talked about stealing. I feel like that's gonna happen.
Clemens, please present your colors.
Not Bakul Jar Jar. Not Bakul Jar Jar. Not Bakul Jar Jar.
I have red.
Fuck.
Blue.
Okay, we get one of them. We get one of them.
On separate teams, then.
Ooh, who do we get?
The rest.
Red, red, red. It's probably blue though.
Red.
Oh, we got red.
Means
First and second.
Together again.
Sorry, second and third.
As fate would have it.
victory's as good as ours.
That's not true. I actually think we're not winning.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
That's an interesting team.
Not the one-head.
Dude, you have a bunch of one-heads on your team.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows.
Okay.
Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Pibil.
Okay. Why does that need 2 people? That's it?
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
It's not ludicrous.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
I don't know, the Pelu Pelu just wanted you to, like, buy them something. Get them an alpaca.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they are getting better.
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
It's true.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, yeah.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink.
It's, yeah.
The Hanu Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living.
The Yokul didn't really have anything.
So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
We don't know what the Yokul eats at all.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
Need a bit of both. Yawn.
The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence
Imagine
to
losing this because you
appropriate
just can't
cooking
cook very well.
techniques.
I'd feel sorry
Kitchens
for
have been
them.
made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster.
So many words I learn.
Let the feat of repast begin.
Well, not, I guess not words, but like ways of using words. Past muster.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
How surprising. We gotta do what we always do. Go ask the citizens. They'll know what the best Zabrul Bip or whatever it's called is. It's always best to ask the people first. The heck has happened there? Oh, did I accidentally put... Is that what R does? Oh, it's an auto run. I didn't know that. How fortunate that this feat unique stipulations has frustrated Bukul Jajar's attempt to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our teams present a distinct advantage. Oh, of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. You mean we have advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition have a team of 6, the 2 claimants, Zavuljar and Bakul Jajar lackeys. Whereas we, as our team of 9, there's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the task suitably delegated, it should be a brief affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy! Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could easily be avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for Zabrug Pibel. We can gladly gather ingredients for a dish we can hardly gather ingredients for stuff we don't know about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Zabral people. Let us gather here once we've seen what clues this village has to offer. Well, I'd be surprised if they use stuff like potato, just because I find that potato is normally used in colder climates, or in places where it's harder to grow something. I feel like this place would have quite fertile soil and actually have more tropical ingredients, because it feels like it's a more tropical area. They use a lot of spices, which imply they don't have a lot of meat. Or they can't get meat, obviously. A number of spices. This one's called akuhit. We mostly use it to add a bit of colour to our most popular cuisine, but its medical benefits are significant as well. Got it. Add food colouring. But the food colouring is also a spice, and it also has medical benefits. So kind of like ginger, except if it also coloured something. The recipe for Sabrol Pibib? I wish I could tell you, friend, that a dish so delicious it's meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything, orders from himself. But you mentioned it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still a brook to be had at the market. Wink. Are they wrestling? They are wrestling. Okay. Wink. Oh, so much fun. We ought to cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think he won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? What are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your own business. Okay. I like how there's one over here, so it's like, get the crystal, you dingus. Luckily we don't need to, because I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, but I've been around a whetstone, let's just say that. An unusually coloured banana peel. Oh no, it appears I've gone and dropped my Najul, I mean, Jati. Pardon me. The Jatiki banana peel. I could barely see it from all the steam issuing from my underground oven. There's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Okay, what I've learned. Almost definitely they're going to steal our blimmin' thing as soon as they can. 1. 2. They use this red spice. I think it's called like Zaberg or something. It's medical properties and it gives it colour. 2. 3. They steam stuff in an underground oven and then use its leaves of the banana. 4. They use something called like Zabol or something that they need to get from the market. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about the Zabol Pabol? True to your predictions, the villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. How many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish, and observing of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to the meal. But one particular she attributed to all common Zabwal dishes, akohite, she called it. I see, then if Zabal Pabal is indeed a dish ubiquitous as Alphanol claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in the leaves of the Najul or banana in certain locations. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? Iberg, without a doubt. I would be expected of a dish called Zaberg Pabola, indeed. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. So to summarise, this dish is one of the Borgs flavoured with a combination of spices that include akohite and steamed underground with a najul or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you were exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and Wilderberg, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Ha! Leave it to the master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtlessly require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. I think you did that in Ishgard, if I remember correctly. I too shall be glad to volunteer mine aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable Iberg, if they will perform the resquict deed. Alisay? As for the Najul leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find Najul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatiki heartlands, forests far below these. Such an incursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encouraged our communication with the locals, after all. Lamatai, Notta, would you accompany me on my errand? Sure. No better way to whet my appetite. Good, let us be about our tasks then. Do-do-do. Hey, what clamat blimmin'? Come on, let's go and get those Najul leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Let us see if the Najul leaves to be... There are Najul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Andre mentioned might be persuaded to spare a few. Maybe. Do I seriously have no room in my armor chest? For armor. Oh no, I do. I haven't actually done it yet. Right, let's see how good this is. It is better. Oh, that is kind of cool. I like the top half. The bottom half I could take or leave. Right, I think I'm going to leave it here, actually. I know I said I'd go a bit longer, and I went a minute longer, but I think this is just a good stopping point, so we'll leave it here. I will see you on Monday for whatever we feel like doing. I'll see you on Wednesday to actually get back to Baldur's Gate, and I'll see you on Friday for some more Final Fantasy XIV. But until then, I think this blue light's actually better than the other lights, for one. For two, I hope you have a good weekend. And for three, goodbye. Bye, 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 bye.